If engineering the perfect body is your main goal, and innovation, personal training, where you need to go. Keyword personal, meaning me and you, one-on-one, not one in the group. Everything Jay do is customized just for you. Cause the last I checked, everybody ain't the same. So how you run train, everybody as the same, man. Ain't come from the railroad, working on them tracks. So trust me, when you train, we gon' keep you on track. You innovation, protein drinks instead of snacks, and the money ain't a thing. First assessment is free. Tell them what you want and what you trying to achieve, and check your BSRMs and show you what you need. Body structure, range of motion, time to put in work, train with ambition if you try and see your vision. 14, 20 man a road, now go visit.
Want to be the talk of the town this summer? Or do you want your hair to stand out amongst the rest? Then check out High Maintenance by Simone. High Maintenance by Simone offers 100% raw, virgin hair. Top quality, no shedding, and no tangling. And with proper maintenance, your hair can last 12 months or more. All lengths and all styles for those summertime colors are also available. All closures, frontal, and lace wigs are also available with High Maintenance. And also ask for the 3-bundle deal. And always get the best price and quality when you shop with High Maintenance. Satisfaction guaranteed, and 2-day shipping anywhere in the United States. Also ask about the High Maintenance 10% off code. Use the promo code HMBS and get 10% off. For more information, you can contact High Maintenance at 252-499-3267. Or check out High Maintenance on Facebook at Simone Yowens. Or check her out on Instagram at High Maintenance by Simone. High Maintenance by Simone hair, the best quality you can get, and 100% raw virgin hair. It's High Maintenance, baby.
Sexual abuse of a child exploits and degrades them. It can cause serious damage to social, emotional, and cognitive development of a child. Sexual abuse affects 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys before the age 18. Hi, my name is Zanetta Berryman Cooper, founder of Speak Out Now. Speak Out's goal is to spread awareness of child sexual abuse and rape. We provide resources for victims, their families, and help with the overall healing process. For more information, please like and visit our Facebook page, Speak Out 203, or call 203-936-9396.
Right here, yeah, this is hip hop. Real street nigga with credibility on lock. Bring it back to the essence, nigga, we won't stop. Won't give up the game until I'm on top. This right here, yeah, this is hip hop. Real street nigga with credibility on lock. Bring it back to the essence, nigga, we won't stop. Won't give up.
What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy Old Cheddar in the building with the legend himself, Mr. Cooley Live. Welcome to the Real Talk Show.
Yeah, what's up, peoples?
What's going on, Cooley Live, man?
A couple of
What
things.
you been up to, first of all?
Right now, I started my own construction and labor company. I'm getting off the ground right now. That's what's called Hammer Time.
Excuse me, one minute.
All right.
For those who don't know, Cooley is definitely a legend, a Elm City legend in this music game. He's done a lot of producing. He worked with a lot of artists. He actually gave a lot of artists from CT a chance, for those who don't know. But I'm gonna let him go ahead and bang you in the head from the beginning of how it all started. How your history started in this rap game, Mr. Cooley?
Well, we taking that back to like 86.
Bring it back. I mean, the 90 babies, and, they gonna understand something.
Okay. Well, we bring it back to like 86. I moved from New Haven, and I moved to Camden, New Jersey. So I was in Camden, and I knew Scotland Rock, Karis One, and
That's BDP.
Yeah, exactly. And I was at the skating ring on Montefiore Avenue in Camden, and that's where Karis one of them just dropped that joint in South Bronx. So,
South Bronx,
yeah,
South Bronx.
So that was hot. That was crazy fire back then. So they came through, and I went up to Chris, and I'm like, yo, I got to be on this label, B-Boy, man. So he like, all right, no problem. He gave me the number. I called up there, told me to come through. And I got the deal. At that time, I was rapping with my partner named G. We was the Camden crew.
All right.
Yeah, you know. So
was he from Jersey or was he from here?
Yeah, nah. He's from Camden. His name was G.
Yeah, okay.
He's from Camden. You know, he was my best friend, good dude. And
because I remember hearing some things, you know, back in the days with you right around the time TC Islam.
Yeah. TC came out right after me. Me and TC, I mean, that's my dude. God bless me. May he rest in peace. You know, yeah. So, but TC's my man. So I came out with my record first, and then he came out with Play It Loud. So after that, I went to the Bronx, and I got 2 single deals with B-Boy Records at that time. And at the time when I got my deal, Scott LaRock passed away 3 weeks after I got my deal.
Now this is when you got the deal, far as being an artist. At this time.
And at that, to be honest, at that time, I just wanted to get on, man, and when I looked at but the contract was I was getting.
I mean, back then, you know.
Yo, I to be honest, man, my contract I was getting 3 cents, fam.
See, that's what a lot of people don't know. Back then, the grind was grinding.
So I was getting 3 cents, and me and my father had went up there to get it right. You know, my father wanted beating the owner up, man. I'm just being real.
Papa said, "You gonna pay my son?"
Yeah, so you know, I mean, a lot went down with that. So at that time, I was talking to Chris, and that's why when he got signed with Jive, he made the records about B-Boy Records and all of that.
I remember that.
Yeah, so we all got off the label. And at that time, I was just searching for another label to get right. Because back then, if you wasn't working with certain producers and DJs was the thing back then. If you can remember, like Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince, DJ came before the artists.
Back then, hey, can't forget about our legend himself.
Yeah, Joey
Shout out
D.
to Bink. Shout out to Joey.
Yo, man, listen, Joey
legends,
D.
Real legends.
You know, Joey D's a legend, fam.
Yes.
All other DJs are DJs. We talking about Joey D.
Well, you got to understand. Bink also, from rapping, was a DJ, and he had crakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
definitely.
We got a history of rap artists, DJs, producers.
Yeah.
Now, in your walk in your light of this industry game,
right?
When was it that you decided to switch from artist to management?
That was after my deal in '92 with RCA.
See, a lot of people don't know who RCA.
Yeah, well, RCA at that time they didn't have any artists, so I was like their first rap artist at that time. And RCA, they used to distribute Jive, and Jive was an independent label that was ran by this white short guy by the name of Barry Weiss. And so Chris, when he left B-Boy, he got signed to Jive, and then D Nice, he came out on Jive. You had Too Short on Jive. You had Kumo D on Jive. You had Fushnickers on Jive. You had Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince on Jive.
Yeah, Jive had a
so this white guy,
live lineup.
He knew what to do when it comes to rap artists. So when I got my deal with RCA, they signed me for $250,000. That was my recording budget. Jive only wanted to give me $100,000 Columbia only wanted to give me $150.
Explain to these youths that's in the game now
Right.
what a recording budget is.
Well, my whole deal was $960,000, and what that included was 2 videos, MTV quality. Back then, that's how the videos had to be. Marketing money, promotional money, publicity money, and 2 promotional tours. So my budget was $960,000 all in.
So you had to budget it right, basically.
Oh yeah. My lawyer and back then my lawyer was called Guthrie back then out of Newark. So he represented Jodeci, he represented Naughty by Nature, Queen Latifah, Fat Boys, and all that. So
Big names.
so I was getting, you know what I mean? No, I was getting like 75 cents per album. So he really.
He was caking.
Oh yeah, my lawyer. he
Barry
really,
Gordy up right
he put me in a good position. He put me in a good position.
See, I mean, to me, you know, back then, I mean, the exposure meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, compared to nowadays, you know, back then you had to have concept, you know, I mean, even right now, but right now, you know, rap is so dumbed down that you could basically say a bunch of words that just sound good.
Right.
And a beat that got you bopping your head.
Yeah.
And that's majority of the work nowadays.
See, but what you got to understand is for the people, the artists that couldn't, back then you had to rap. That was
Definitely.
it. And you had to be some type of nice.
Definitely
some
had to
type
prove your
of flow.
skills.
Understand me? So back then, it was New York. They had it. That's just the way it was. You understand what I'm saying? So then it wasn't the only South you had was Luke Skywalker. That was your South.
Right.
That was your South.
Right.
That's it. It wasn't no more.
I forgot all about that.
Right. No. Don't forget. Because
definitely
back
can't
then you had Jack the Rapper, mega big back in Atlanta.
See, these are rappers that Cool is mentioning, people for the youngest that don't know, because a lot of people think Jay-Z paved the way in this rap game.
Nah. You gotta far as gangster rap, you know, people might say NWA, but the first artist that was carrying guns on the album cover was Criminal Minded.
Definitely.
You got to know your history. Fam.
Definitely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, but NWA, they kicked the door down far as independency and really got it going far as
and
independent.
far as that rugged street joint,
you know,
OG rap.
Yeah. So, but rewinding time back then it was artist development. Understand what I'm saying?
Which is definitely different than today's
Yeah. But see what the internet did, it just cut all that out. And it made it better for independent artists because you couldn't get your record played.
Oh, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could fast forward to when I left and mainly I started managing artists because I just lost the taste and I couldn't manage myself.
Now,
and I knew, you know what I mean?
Some of the artists that you've managed, you know, I know a couple of them.
Right.
But one is Rage.
Range.
Right. I don't know why I say Rage all the time. Right. Range.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know that you're the one that found Range and put him on, and some things went down.
Yeah. Well, quite a few things went down.
I mean, explain to the people, you know, how grimy people can get in this game.
Well, the music business always been a cutthroat business. That's just the way it goes. So when you get an artist, it's like rolling the dice, you know. And when you manage an artist and you produce an artist, some might say it's a conflict of interest. But for me, I always did it that way because I know what the industry wanted, per se.
Definitely.
Understand? Because I've been in it so long. So, I mean, like the Curtis Blows and Grandmaster Flashes, I know them dudes.
Well, what stood out about him that?
My man, y'all might know him by the name of Ernest, but everybody, they call him, or I called him PG because he was modeling once upon a time and I was managing him. But everybody in New Haven knew him as Slow-Mo.
Okay.
You know Slow-Mo?
Probably if I see him.
If you see him. But anyway, so yeah, that was my man. So he came to me with Range's CD, but his name wasn't Range then. His name's Theo. That's his government name. So we called him Theo. So he come to me like, yo, I got this dude, man.
I know the
He's
CD
nice.
didn't say Theo.
Nah, it said Theo.
On
Yeah.
the CD.
I'm explaining that to you. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So I listened to him and I'm like, oh, yo, he got something. So I said, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put him
Did it
with.
sound like a Theo or did it sound?
I mean, it sounded good. I don't need for artists to come to me with a polished CD. I don't care nothing about that. I hear through a straw, I could hear talent. So I knew what I can do with it. You know what I mean? I knew what
Shape it
producers to put him with to bring all of that out.
Okay.
So me and Troy Oliver, that's my peoples. We rock.
And for people that don't know, Troy Oliver is a producer.
Yeah,
a great producer.
Troy Oliver produced Genuine,
Shout out to
J-Lo, so he did all that Jenny on the Block and all that. So that's my man. So I'm like, I'm going to put Range with him. But at that time, like I said, his name was Theo, wasn't Range. So what we did, we went in the studio, got a single, mixed, mastered it, I put it out, and I brought it to Juan at 94.3. Juan's playing it. I'm in New York.
Okay.
Juan calls me, yo, can't have this name Theo. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, why not? He
I don't
because
think it would have sold.
yeah.
copies.
Nah. He goes, I think it was one of the guys from the Temptations. His name is Theo. So he said, you have to change his name. So at that time, I was riding behind a Range Rover, and I had Range with me. We was on our way to Sony to the studio with Troy. And I was like, he said, I need the name now, or I'm gonna stop rotating the record. I was back of the Range Rover. I was like, Range. He was like, what? I was like, Range. That's his name. So he was like, okay. So that's how the name Range came about, like that.
And just stuck with it, and that's the stage name and the whole nine.
And then we made a mixtape. I marketed it. I called it Range 4.6 because, as you know, the Range 4.6.
How many projects did you do together?
We did that mixtape. We did a whole album, probably like 40 songs, and I made a pre-album. And the name of the game was to get all these producers on the album. And I knew I had to get another attorney, just for Range himself. So I got Jennifer Justice. And for those that don't know who Jennifer Justice is, that's Jay-Z's lawyer.
Yeah.
And it was even hard doing that because I had a meeting with her. And for those who don't know what she looked like, she's a skinny, Caucasian, blonde-haired, white woman that got a lot of power. A lot of power. So I went to have a meeting with her without Range. And she was like, she listened to his music. She said, okay. She saw his 8x10. She said, okay. And then she started pulling out stuff out of her desk. Other artists with bodies, songs. She like, I got 1,000 Ranges. What make him so different? I'm just telling you how it is. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh God, I need this lady to represent him because I put all my ducks in a row. I got great producers. So what I'm doing, I'm operating like a major label. Everybody thought I had budgets because of the way I operate and all the producers. Yeah, this is all my money. You know what I mean? I had some investors, but this is all my money at this time that I'm putting behind all these artists. And so, but all my connects is all major labels. Got what I'm saying? So at that time, I was like, okay. So she said, but I'll tell you what I do, though. Bring Range to see me. I have an interview with him, and I'll see from there. So I go get Range. We go up to her office.
Now, that's when he got signed with the deal.
No. That's before.
Okay.
Nah, that's before. This is when he was on my label, Bigfoot Records.
Okay.
And I'm managing him. And so we go up to her office, and I'm like, yo, Range, man, you really got to sell yourself, man. Because
that's the only way you're going to get it.
I mean, yeah, like, she wants you to go on an interview with her without me. So he made up, yo, my father wasn't home. No, he really did it. But anyway, he goes in.
Scared of the opportunity.
Yo, he goes in, he nails the interview. She brings me in, she like, I'll represent him. I'm like, great. Check the fly. I'm like, great. So now I got a high-powered lawyer. Bong. I got Troy Oliver. Bong. We goes to the Grammys in L.A. Okay, I got the Underdogs. If y'all don't know who they are, they produce like Icebox for what's his name from B2K.
Well, you know, a lot of the kids now don't know.
Yeah, okay, but anyway, the Underdogs, they produce Michael Jackson. They produce all these people. Okay. But I jumped a little ahead. But before we went to the Grammys, my man Johnny Nunez, and I gotta send shouts out to him because he helped me through a lot. He helped me with the Big Mel project. I get into that. But he's a photographer.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that.
But I'm saying he's a photographer, man, and he's phenomenal. Great dude, man. And he started off, I mean, he was homeless at one point. But he started off with Jay-Z, Dame Dash. Especially Dame Dash. Dame Dash really looked out for Johnny Nunez, and he went on tour with them on Rockefeller.
That's the one that...
What, Johnny Nunez?
Yeah, that's the one that I'm reloaded.
Yeah. But that's not the guy. Johnny Nunez is a photographer. But at that time, he went on tour with them, with Jay-Z and them. So he was Jay-Z and them. He was Jay-Z and Kanye West personal photographer. Johnny is nothing to play games with. Very well connected. And so at that time, he took Range pictures. And like I said, Johnny know everybody. So what I did, I made a marketing scheme. I said, well, we had so many songs on Range. Mm-hmm. I made a pre-album.
Okay. And
I put 10 songs on this pre-album, and I gave it to a lot of people in the industry so they could give to the labels. And whoever get me an interview or get the deal, they get $10,000 off the rip. So I was giving them out to everybody. So I gave Johnny a CD. Johnny goes to the Grammys before me. He out there taking pictures.
It's all about who you know.
Right. So I don't know if y'all know Demas. Demas was the road manager for Range at the time. Everybody in New Haven, they call him Shaddam back in the day, but his name Demas. So he was Range's road manager. So me, Range, and Demas, we go to L.A. We go to the Grammys. Johnny hits me up. Yo, I got people biting on it, man. Atlantic Records, they want Range. So when we get back to New York, got an interview with Atlantic Records. I'm like, okay.
Now,
so
did that blow Range head up? Like make him big headed when he got that message?
Range was the type of Range reminds you of he used to call himself a hyena. And as the interview goes and you learn more about him, you understand why. But he was a settled kid. He graduated from Southern. Range is very quiet. He's very observant.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Now I hear you talk highly of Range.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the fallout between you and Range? Because I do remember a little bit, but it ain't my place to speak on it.
I got a book coming out, so I'm not gonna give up all of that. But I got you. I got you.
Because I mean, to the viewers, you know, they just heard you just like big up this kid. You brought him in the game. You spent a lot to get him to where, you know, where he got.
Right.
And then explosion, disaster. What happened?
You got to understand, in the music industry, man, it's always people trying to get ahead. And what happened to me was, basically, I think I showed him a little too much love. But at the end of the story, Range didn't owe me anything because he was just an artist. And what happened was, he didn't want, basically, when I told him to do certain things.
Don't miss nothing now. You got to pause. I
don't want to jump ahead of the story. So what it is, when I used to tell Range to do certain things, especially my brother, he brought it up. My brother Scooter, if y'all don't know who he is, Scooter from the Hill.
Shout out to Scoop.
My cousin Larry Young, he was doing a Stop the Violence tour.
Bless.
God bless for my cousin Larry Young. He put Range on the Stop the Violence tour. And that was back a while ago. And we did like Hill House, Cross, all that. 93.7 was there. Big Man was DJing.
So it was like a local tour?
Yeah. Local tour Larry put together. And I told Range to do something, and he gave me this ill look. And
that was the high school tour.
Yeah, exactly. And but after that, my brother told me, when I told him to do something, he just gave me this ill look. And at that time, I was making a video for him, and I asked my brother for some stacks, and he made up something why he didn't give it to me. You know what I mean? But it wasn't nothing. But later on, after everything happened, he told me how Range gave me this certain look, like he was looking at me. So Range, what happened was, and this was at the time when Chris Brown had came out.
Okay.
So you heard of DJ Megatron?
Yeah.
That died? That was my man. And he was working at 93.7. So Range had a single named Thriller that came out. Megatron was playing Range's record in New York at 93.7. 3 o'clock in the morning, mind you, but it didn't make a difference. It was a spin, and it was on Hot 97 New York. So
someone's always listening.
Yeah, so Connecticut, Jersey, all these other stations, they follow Hot 97 because Hot 97 is the number one station. Yeah, That's how it goes. So anyway, so Range record was getting played in New York. 3 o'clock in the morning. Megatron was my man. God bless him. Held it down for me. But anyway, so Megatron calls me one day like, yo, the program director, like, who the hell is Range in Bigfoot Records? Like, basically, because everybody was paying. And I was an independent label, and I'm getting spins on Hot 97. So the program director is like, who the hell is this? So he said, well, so what we going to do is just tell Range to do me a drop. Do me a drop, and I'm still going to mix in Thriller, and he's still going to get the spin. My people rock with me, fam. I'm loved.
Yeah,
so
love.
Yeah,
Definitely
you know what I mean?
Love.
So it worked out. So Range got the Thriller thing popping. People like, yo, this cat could really sing. So then we goes to the Grammys, and then we back in New York. We got an interview. Now this guy he produced, his name was Rich. His production company was Rich Craft. Okay. And he had a $2 million deal with Atlantic Records. He the one produced Beyonce's first record when she came out by herself.
As soon as she left from Destiny Child.
Yeah, exactly. So he got the go-go thing going on. If you can remember her first record, Rich produced it.
I don't listen to Beyonce.
Okay. But anyway, so me and Range and my assistant, we sitting in Atlantic. Now at this time, I hired Range, a choreographer, get his dance right. Cause like I said, Chris Brown was out, and every record company wanted a Chris Brown.
But you was doing what a manager supposed
Right.
to.
So I hired a choreographer, but Range didn't want to dance. He didn't want to dance. He wanted to be like R. Kelly or Joe, sing and stand there. But those times have passed, fam. They got that market. Like I said, these labels wanted Chris Brown. So Range used to go to the gym. He had the body. I dress him up fresh. I keep him right. You understand what I'm saying?
But that still doesn't tell me the blowout.
I'm about to tell you.
Because again, I mean, like I said, I've heard about the blowout. I just want to hear just a little bit come from you.
All right. So I'm going to go into that. So now we at Atlantic Records. We at the meeting.
Uh-huh.
Rich comes in. Range jumps up, hugs Range. Yeah. You're my first artist I'm going to sign. So, you know, I'm sitting back. I'm like, all my hard work, I'm about to get this deal. It's on and popping. So he says, Range. And Troy produced this song for him called Superman. Fire. So they playing Superman. And it's this other A&R in the corner. He don't really care for Range because Troy knew him. Mm-hmm. And he already brought Range up there to the A&R. And the A&R wasn't really feeling Range. But the A&R gave Rich the deal. So now we back at Atlantic Records and he looking at Range again and looking at me. But he mad as hell that Range is the artist that Rich picked. Exactly. So I'm sitting there, I'm not saying, so Rich go, Range, and get up for a minute and perform the song. Don't forget this motherfucker can't dance, fam.
Wow.
So Range get up, start shuffling around. And I'm not bullshitting.
Not the Hollywood shuffle.
I swear to God, I'm just looking at him like. So Rich go, Range, leave the room for a minute. Told my assistant to leave the room. So I'm sitting there. Yo, he go, Lex. He go, I got other artists to look at, but I definitely get back at you in like a week or two.
Sound like a bad application right there.
From that time, I knew the deal was done. So we leave out.
And all he had to do was a two-step.
Fam, stop playing with me.
Damn.
I take Range out. Me and my assistant in Range, we leave the building. We go in the store. Boom. I grab him up. I ain't gonna lie. Fam, listen, fam. I ain't gonna lie. I grab him up, throw him against the wall. I'm like, you stupid motherfucker. He looking at me like, what? I said, all you had to do, man, was listen to me, man. So from that point, it was songs that he recorded before he came to me that he didn't like.
It was little shots.
Right, but he didn't want to record them. He thought he was better than that. But artists got to understand, you don't like that song, but I let other people listen to it. And they love it.
A lot of people fail to realize.
You understand what I'm saying?
You may not like, the next may love.
So I let all these people in the industry listen to it, and girls listen to it, and they loving it. So they're buying your records. That's your personal feeling. Your personal feeling is not selling no units. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm constantly in contact with all the DJs. I know all these people. There ain't nobody I don't know. And if I don't know them, I can make a phone call.
Get somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
So I got all these producers on his album. And it was on the strength. Wasn't a lot of money. Album. They like, yo, listen. I'm like, if y'all give me this ammunition, Range get his deal, I got you, fam. So all these top-notch producers throwing me. Jennifer Justice, I ain't pay her off the rip. You understand what I'm saying? Oh. So I built this art that's real big. So when it's time to get the deal, I got nothing but players. Understand what I'm saying? Yeah. His photographer was phenomenal. Like, I gotta go to Johnny Nunez because He's my number one
notch.
go-to guy. His lawyers, so Range was set up to blow. So when we had to do the showcase, going right back to my dude at 93.7, he got 93.7 to sponsor Range's showcase. Now I'm getting to the place where it's about to fall out. So you about to get it, D.
I'm listening.
You about to get it.
I'm waiting.
So Megatron, he's going to DJ. We at the club. What was that club back then?
Which one?
In New York. I forget. I was going to do his showcase there. I forget. But anyway, Megatron got Hot 97 to sponsor it. Okay? I gave Megatron 2 stacks for the club, for DJing. We good. I got Jennifer Justice coming. She bringing labels. I got labels coming. I got it set up. Let's go.
What happened?
So we had to do the show tape for a showcase. That was Tuesday. And the show was that Friday. Wednesday, I called Range. Like, yo, gotta go. Range like, I ain't doing it. I'm like, what? Yo, listen, same thing I'm telling you. Exactly. I'm like, what? He's like, I ain't doing it. And he's like, yo, and I'm not in Connecticut, so you can't do shit to me. So you know I'm flaming right now, fam.
But where did that come from?
Fam, listen, I'm about to tell you. So I'm like, Range, don't play with me, fam. He like, I ain't playing with you, nigga.
So he did it just straight switch up on you.
Yeah, listen. So I said, all right. I said, this is what we'll do. I said, I sign you over to the label. You won't even be on Bigfoot Records. I sign you over to the label. Got it? So I said, give me my money and you could go.
Good.
He said, I ain't doing nothing.
Oh, wow.
I said,
and how much was all that that you put into him?
I probably take. I was producing Range for like 4 years, just getting everything right. Take probably like 50, 60 joints.
Wow.
No, because I owed a lot of DJs. You know what I mean? And I had investors that hit me off for like 20 stacks.
But how did it pan out? What you paying them?
Well, with the investors, it got funky.
Shit, I can imagine.
Nah. My dude wanted his money, my dude. So he called Cousin Ro. Cousin Ro was my vice president. Yeah, shout out to Ro. Cousin Ro was my vice president of Bigfoot Records at the time. So one of the investors, he bought my house that was in Meriden.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he bought my house and he gave me the money. You know what I'm saying? Ro called me one day. Was like, yo, he called me, man, and he talked about he can make the room uncomfortable without him being in it. Yeah, basically. So I'm like, what? I'm like, I'll call him because he ain't write Ro nothing. He gave me the checks.
Yeah.
So I called him up. I'm like, yo, what up, B? He's like, yo, man, I want my cheddar. I'm like, man, you know what happened with Range. You know he jumped ship. I lost out. Everybody lost out. And he basically like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I want my money. So I'm like, all right, man. Where you want to meet at?
I mean, shit, you got to realize, I mean, at the end of the day, if I give you money, I mean, I need my paper back, especially if it's being told to me, you're going to get this money.
Yeah, but you got to understand, investments, that's what happens, my dude. That's what happens. But I wasn't even going to do him like that. You understand? And he know I don't rock like that, fam. You understand what I'm saying?
Did Range pay this bill?
No, Range, I'm going to tell you, man. So I had a meeting with him. He had like 3 dudes in this Lex truck, and it was just me and Ro. So we have a meeting with him. He leave his dudes in the truck. Me and Ro stand there. I'm like, man. He like, yo, listen, man, it's nothing personal, man. We made a contract and this and that. I'm like, true indeed. But as you know, this suitcase. Everybody know I always carry my suitcase. I'm like, yo, this suitcase right here, man. Music is my life. You heard what I said? All this money I put into this
you
cat.
kept a fucking suitcase everywhere you go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know, I'm the type of dude, I don't play no games, man. I'm about this music, man. I put all this money into this dude. No doubt you gave me this money, you know what I mean? And this dude went left on me, you know what I mean? But I'm going to pay you your money. I ain't got all that money to give you right now. You know, I just lost all this shit with Range. Feel what I'm saying? So he like, you know, like I said, like I told Ro, I said, first of all, you shouldn't call Ro because you ain't give Ro no money. Any of them checks?
Now, let me ask you this, though.
Yeah.
Now, when you and Range had the fallout.
Right.
Now, I knew we got a deal. He did get a deal.
Yeah,
that
he got a deal.
I do know.
He got a deal.
Did he get the deal when you had the fallout, or did he get the deal after you?
Nah, he got the deal. Don't forget, Jennifer Justice was his lawyer, so I got him the lawyer. And what happened was when he jumped ship with me, he started rocking with Troy mainstream.
Okay.
And so what happened was, and plus I had him set up to where as though he was going to get a deal. Megatron knew Green Lantern, which was Eminem's DJ at that time. Green Lantern was in England.
Okay.
So when he was coming back, he was going to bring Range to Eminem. So I had that deal already in play. Then I had my man Terry.
So the Range deal didn't really, after you had a fallout.
All this was already going on. Only a couple of people pulled out when they know that Range jumped ship. So Megatron and Green Lantern and all of that, he fell back because he know how I rock. So Range was done. Then I had my man Terry McGill, which was the manager of the producer that produced Cherish, this girl group. They was on So Nuff. What's the guy? So Enough, the heavyset guy that brought out Sierra. I forget his name.
I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about, though? Well, him. So he was a big producer. He wanted to sign Range. So I had all of these deals about to go on when this happened, when Range jumped ship. So this was before Facebook. This was just straight. What was the other thing?
MySpace.
MySpace, exactly. So MySpace was popping. So my man,
that was back then.
My man Terry McGill, after I told him about Range had jumped ship, he
Caller, let me take this line right quick.
All right.
Talk to me, caller.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello?
What's I don't understand. What is Hello, caller, you still there? Yeah, we clipped that, Legina. But back to you, cool. Excuse that call.
So man, she done threw me off what I was saying, man.
Well, how about this one? After Range,
Right.
you also picked up an artist, Big Mel. Or shall I say you worked with Big Mel, the Kingpin.
Yeah. Well,
now, are you the reason why Big Mel became Big Mel the Kingpin?
nah.
Okay.
Nah. I won't say that.
Caller.
Who that with the glasses?
You got to turn your phone down. Yeah. I don't know what the hell that was. You know, hey, yeah, you gotta leave them drugs alone. Leave it alone. But yeah, like I was saying. So you and Big Mel the Kingpin had you know what I'm saying, a little something going on musically.
Yeah. Well,
And,
what happened with me and Mel was I didn't put no money behind Mel. Me and Mel and my brother had a great relationship. And all I did was just, like I said, Johnny Nunez came in again. And Johnny knew this big gambling guy that, he played poker professionally, and he brought him to a showcase that I met my other dude by the name of Pop from Brooklyn. He got the show name on YouTube.
And this is how Big Mel came in the picture.
Yeah. So my man Johnny introduced me to this big time gambler that had a lot of money, and then he introduced me to Pop. He's from Brooklyn, and he got this show on YouTube called what is it? Oh, I forget Pop's show, but it's on YouTube. It's real good. It's real good. I'll think of the name later. But anyway, Pop had a showcase in Times Square.
Gratis caller. Talk to me, caller.
Yo, what up, man? This is old school DJ Diamond D. What's happening?
What's going on, Diamond D? Talk to me, cuz.
Oh no, man, I'm listening. Yo, brother, I didn't know you did music, man. I didn't know you did music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been peace when we see each other. I didn't realize you was doing the music thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I will say this though, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. A lot of artists gonna get mad at me.
Yeah.
But when I did radio, Connecticut artists, a lot of Connecticut artists are just lazy. They want it given to them. They don't want to try to earn it.
Facts.
True.
I used to go down to all the conventions all over the country. I remember seeing a young kid named Usher. His mother was walking around with T-shirts on. I don't even think he was using the name Usher.
Right.
It was crazy. His mother was walking around with T-shirts like, yo, he gonna be the next big star. She was just running up on people, giving well, at the time it was tapes.
Right.
She was handing out tapes, T-shirts, hats, pens, pencils. Like, yo, my son gonna be a star. And I remember like Jermaine Dupri before he blew up. These cats like the Goody Mob. I remember meeting the Goody Mob, and they was like, "Where are you from?" I said, "Connecticut." They was like, "We'll come up to Connecticut and do a show for free."
Right.
So the New Haven, like when I talk about Connecticut artists, they get mad at me because when I did the radio station, I used to say to them, "Yo, can I get clean music to be on the radio?" They would say to me, "I don't do clean music." You know what I'm saying? So it's just things like our people here refuse to market themselves accordingly because when I go back in history, now I'm gonna go back to Cold Chillin' Records, right?
Oh yeah.
They had one little single out. But when we went up to New York, like the presentation that they gave, like we was gonna walk into this building with security. We was gonna walk into this major company. The way they marketed themselves, we went to a 1-bedroom, like a office room, set with Roxanne Shante. Like she was holding my son while we was doing an interview with her. So Connecticut artists gotta understand. Like I respect everything you said about range. Unfortunately, during that time, I had took a hiatus from DJing, the radio, all that stuff. So I lost a lot of that stuff for about 15 years.
Okay.
But you had the straight marketing plan that was perfect. Like your marketing strategy that you talked about, you had everything in play. And this is what these boys is doing down, Braxton said, boys, this is what the brothers is doing down in Atlanta.
Right.
How do you think them cats can sell $100,000 100,000 records, $100,000 in records, because it's their marketing. Because when you look on, like, when you go to those magazines or whatever, and they showing these guys with all this crazy marketing, them guys is doing it from their bedroom. Yeah. They doing it from, like Soulja Boy was doing it from his bedroom, and now he's like a multi-millionaire. And I keep telling the artists in Connecticut, you want to make this kind of money, you got to sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice.
But
Cats don't understand.
But Don,
sleeping on the bed. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping on the floor. 5 cats inside of a 1 bedroom, sleeping on the floor, grinding, trying to make a hit.
What?
And then when they make it, they make it. But our people here, man, they don't want it. Man, I watch artists come. I watch artists go. I watch artists. They don't want to. You can't tell them nothing. Like you said, you told a young man to do something, right? And he looked at you like you was crazy. But basically, he felt like he made it.
Yo, let me.
You made everything.
Check this out.
I don't want to ramble on, but the cats don't understand about to pay the record company back. They don't understand back in the day when we were first doing the rap stuff, the record company would give you $150,000 budget, and if you didn't make that $150,000 budget, they was taking mama's house, they was taking mama's car, they was taking your car, cats was showing up at your show, taking your pay, taking your jewelry.
See,
you got on some fly sneakers.
Back then,
your fly sneakers.
Back then,
but,
back then,
I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. I'm gonna go back to listening to the show, man. Cousin Danny, man, love you, man. It's always good to see you, man.
Definitely.
All right. No doubt. Homegirl Zab is sitting in the car. We listening to the show.
All right.
We getting ready to go, man. One love, man.
All right. See, back then, I mean, me, myself, me and Tweet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, for those that don't know, Rob Davis, I'm putting you on blast. But back then, me and Tweet, Rob Davis, because of Rob Davis, you know, we hops on the train on a regular.
Right.
And I'm talking about footwork. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking about what Diamond just said.
Yeah.
I'm talking about sleeping on the floor, sleeping in the studio.
Yeah.
And the difference is, me and Tweet didn't have to come out of our pockets like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was believing in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For those that don't know, I mean, we done been in the studio with AZ. AZ done put Tweet Baby to sleep. I said that in the rap. You know what I'm saying? And that's true shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Ali Vega.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Heavy D, God bless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pete Rock, salute. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, straight generals that, that I met on the strength of Rob Davis in this game. And then on top of it, we, like Diamond said, we did our footwork.
Right.
We banged out. I'm talking about, we didn't have a vehicle.
Yeah.
And there wasn't no internet. And like you said, when we had to go there, it was all night, all day. But this town, the only thing we lacking is support.
See, what you got to understand is, when you make undeniable music, listen to me. Connecticut has this black cloud. Watch this. I'm going to point it out to you. You got Jersey, Naughty by Nature, Queen Latifah. Got New York. We could go through Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx. Jump over Connecticut. Right?
Go straight to Mass.
You got Mass. You got Boston. Why all these people got on?
But here's the funny thing. They'll come to New Haven.
Well, no. I'm gonna get to that.
To New Haven.
We not talking about them coming to New Haven. We talking about artists from New Haven making it. Now check this out. Check it out now. But you got to go back to one group that was on Jive Records that was making a little noise, and that's the Skinny Boys. They was from Bridgeport. Don't forget that, fam. You feel me? So don't forget it. But like I told you, Jive Records was a master marketing tool. Jive Records, like I told you, they started with Kumo D.
But hold up, we also had what's the two brothers that back then was popping, but they was rapping too. But they was getting ready to sign with Jive.
Listen, It didn't happen. So we're not talking about what coulda.
But no, the reason why it didn't happen, because one of them ended up becoming ill.
I know you talk about, but what I'm saying, but far as the
actual
what
sign.
what you needed back then was actually marketing.
Definitely.
Because Connecticut will not support you if you don't got the whole marketing tool, because they just hate so much on themselves.
You understand
what I'm saying?
You know what I noticed about Connecticut is, one thing I noticed is, like you said, and it's not, I'm not putting Connecticut down or New Haven down.
Nah.
But listen,
right.
What's crazy is exactly what you said, the marketing. But you can go out of Connecticut and people grasp onto you that don't even fucking know you. And then check it. But then once that happens,
yeah.
And your bell is ringing,
yeah.
then your own city and your own town will get to grabbing you then.
See, but the thing about it, a lot of artists jumped on the down south. They going down south because Connecticut never supported them. But you know what? My 2 record deals, B-Boy Records, RCA, I didn't make the music that I wanted to make. They said, you're going to do this. The A&R said, you're going to do it this way. Okay? So the music I wanted to make, I never really got a chance to make it. Got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I start producing artists, Connecticut gravitated, because I know how to produce. I know what producers to put with what artists, what videos, what clothes. I know that. That's just me. Yeah. I just get it popping like that. So now you could take the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink.
I agree.
You got what I'm saying?
I agree.
So now, therefore, like, I don't know if you know my cousin Mel. You know Fred from the Hill that died?
Yeah.
His brother Mel. Mel was an artist of mine, and I had this other girl artist from Bridgeport named Tiff, Off the Hook.
I know you had a nice
but listen,
squad.
I had them up in Sony recording. Mel will tell you. And you know what stopped Mel from signing the contract? You know what he told me?
What?
Because people said you was going to beat me. Hold on. Wait. Back up.
Black Cloud.
No, but listen to this. All these artists I produced in New Haven, I could go back 93, fam. I mean, stop playing. We talking about Chung King. We talk about $150, $200, $300 an hour. No Pro Tools. We talking about you got to get a reel-to-reel that's $300 and the small reel-to-reel that's $150 before you even go in the studio.
And the ADATs. And
all of that. So it wasn't no $25, $35 studio time.
Nah.
Just to get in the studio.
Or just putting something on the internet.
Yo, listen. Before we even go in the studio, I done popped off $500 just on reel-to-reels.
Alone.
And I'm in New York. The only studio I used out of New York back then was Vic's in West Haven.
Horizon Studios.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Shout out to Vic.
Exactly. So back then, you popping off $500-$600 before you go in the studio. And then you in Chung King. Then you in Power Play in Queens. That's $200, $175 an hour. Let's go. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm doing this back in 93. This is, like I'm saying, all still my money.
What do you let me speed this up a little bit. What do you think for the era and the times now? Where do you see these young fellas going? Even though there's, you got hot cats out here, but I mean, if you ask me, my opinion,
yeah,
and I'm saying my opinion from an artist point of view, as well as a critic.
Right.
A lot of artists sound alike. A lot of artists try to go the same tempo, which, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, if this right here is popping, you know what I'm saying? But again, you can find your own lane, just like a block. You find your own block. It might not be making money, but if you bring that fire to it, what happens?
Yeah.
That block grows.
Yeah.
Like that block that, you know what I'm saying, that your man's got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, a lot of cats nowadays, their music has no concept.
Well,
none whatsoever.
You know
do you
Nah.
think?
I agree with you, but you got to understand that when you talk about marketing, you talking about our market comes from Boston, Connecticut, New York, Jersey, Philly. That's
There's
5.
a whole
Hold on,
mixture.
listen. That's 5.
Mm-hmm.
In each one of them states, people think they too cool to buy records. So what they would do, they would get mixtape. So therefore, now that the internet came in, the record companies are losing. When you got RCA merging with Sony, and you got to be kidding me. Y'all big time multi-million-dollar record companies, and you don't know how to market and dumb down to the internet, that y'all have to merge, and then you merge and nothing pops off. It's basically publishing over there.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? So Sony and RCA merging to put artists out that don't put artists out. You got to look at that. And back then, major labels wasn't no artist popping that was on a major label. You can't name one. Nah. All of them was independent. All and independence what made the artists, and then the major labels came through them and gave them a label deal or a production.
Now that's
deal.
what makes the internet so great nowadays.
Yeah,
because
I agree with that.
Before they fuck with a label that, first of all, you're gonna penny pinch them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Before they do that and go through all the frustration, it's easy now. You can put the internet on, throw the camera on, do your little, dance. Whatever.
What do you think about the 360 though?
The 360
bad or good?
Deal,
that's. What do you think
honestly,
about it? Bad or good? Yeah.
Nowadays, it's really no choice.
No. I didn't ask you that. I said, what do you think about it?
It's a bad deal.
Okay, now
I
watch.
know that,
okay,
but see, that's
hold
because
on.
we know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We know. We've been in the industry.
No.
So
I don't
long.
agree that it's a bad deal, and I'm gonna show you why.
Check
it out.
Bad.
No, I'm about to show you why.
Tell me why.
I'm about to show you why. Now, far as you say is bad, I have to use French Montana. I'm gonna use him. When French Montana was by himself, he was doing numbers. He brought out the DVD. Remember? The Coke, whatever it was. Hold on. No. Just remember that.
But that wasn't just his
No, I'm not talking about that. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm listening, but
so
facts, real talk.
Listen to me.
Okay.
I agree with all of that. But I'm talking about when he was independent doing his thing, he made numbers. See, people like the underdogs. When you independent, people like that.
Well, let me ask you this: if Max B, did not bring French out, will French be Frenchy now?
No, I don't think so. But French made his own lane without Max B. After he got locked up, he kept going on.
But did you hear what you just said?
No, I agree with that. Yeah,
I'm talking about if Max B did not bring French into this game,
right?
I don't think no one would know French.
Yeah, but that's not the question. We talk about the 360. I agree with that.
But I'm saying the 360. I was just saying if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't even know nothing about the 360 deal. But the 360 deal does help. It does help. But you got to be a French Montana for it to work.
But what I'm telling you is, what do a 360 deal mean to you? Let's just go.
Well, shit.
How do you understand a 360? Go ahead.
I understand the 360 deal.
Go ahead.
First of all, once you get the 360 deal, you gotta make their money first before you even get a dime.
Go ahead.
Before you even get a dime. Then when you do get a dime, you still gotta split that on top of what they already take.
Okay.
So your pennies that you'll be making will be pennies.
Okay.
It's up to you to go ahead and stack your pennies.
Okay.
Now, what is it to you?
All right. 360 deal. It's not like that. A 360 deal is this. I'm Bad Boy. I signed French Montana. Okay? I gave him, we got a split deal because that's what the deal they had. Now, don't forget, French Montana came out. He had everybody on his album. Nicki, Rick Ross, Drake, Don't forget all the songs that he had. He brought out like 4 or 5 videos.
But those wasn't his doing. That was Khaled doing.
No. But listen what I'm trying to tell you. But he was on Bad Boy. So they're putting money out for this. So now they put out all these singles, 4 or 5 singles, paid all these artists to be up there, made all these videos. French Montana drops his album. You know how many albums he sold?
Shit, nah.
50,000 albums.
And you know how much money he got out of it?
No, we're not talking about that. But this is I'm leading to the 360. Let me go.
Go ahead, keep going.
So now, this is why the 360 comes into play. Okay? So now I'm Puffy and Rick Ross, because they both was half on that. Got what I'm saying? Executive producers. You got what I'm saying? So now you sell 50,000 albums, and I done put almost 400, 500,000 behind you in videos, artists being on your track.
Call it. Hold on, let me take this call. Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So now you come in and you only sell 50,000 albums. You done lost your goddamn mind. Listen, listen to this. So now French sells 50,000 albums. He owe all this money to Rick Ross and the Puffy. Hold on. But French goes out and do shows for 25 stacks. I'm Bad Boy. I'm not getting none of that. Got it? But I'm the one that put the videos out for the viewers to see. But you sold 50,000 albums. I done put 400,000 into you from all these videos and all these artists. I need my money. So now what we gonna do, French, is now the 360 about to come in. You got it? Listen to this. So now until you're able to sell these records, listen. Until you're able to sell these records and make my money back. No, but listen. So what we gonna do, since you doing all these shows and you selling all these Coke Boy shirts and all the stuff you doing, I need a piece of that, French. Until you be able to pay me my money back. This is business. So now, every show you do, I need a piece. Every merchandise you sell, I need a piece.
Back to the pennies.
You got what I'm saying? So 360 is a business. And so until the artists be able to sell records and make back that money for the record company, that's on you as an artist. If you're not strong enough to do it, I have to get my money some way. But don't think you're going to owe me, but you out here getting $25, $30 a show.
Back to the peanuts. Even though you addressed it good. I love the way you
no, because that's the way it is.
But it went back to, like I said, you're left with peanuts. But a 360 would not work back then.
No. See, because artists...
But it's worth it now.
No, because what happens is the record companies... And see, you got to understand, when you have a record company, it's personal with people. Look how Bad Boy died. Why did Bad Boy die? Because people stopped liking Puff. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, not Bad Boy's not dead.
No, we talk about the label. No.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, all right, check it. You ever went to I'm gonna say a barbershop, and you know it's something happened to the business, then the name changed, but it's the same owner.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is Bad Boy is never dying. No. Bad Boy is behind a lot of shit.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you, but them as a front label, they're not.
I mean,
no, it's not.
Their name. I mean, if you ask me, there's no need. It's the same way I changed my name. I'm pretty sure Bad Boy changed their name for a reason.
No, regardless, they're not a front label. That's just it.
That's your opinion.
We not know. Show me an artist that's on Bad Boy that's popping right now. Let's go.
I mean,
pull them up.
Honestly, Bad Boy and DJ Khaled and them merged. So
we talking about Bad Boy itself,
but there's no more Bad Boy itself.
Okay.
There's a lot of labels that's no more themselves.
But we're not talking about that.
But there's not.
I agree. All right then. So that's when I'm not talking about merging.
But I'm saying if at the same time Bad Boy is still working, is what I'm saying, regardless of not being the front line.
But that's what I'm talking about. But you know that's what I'm talking about. They're not used to being behind. Puffy is a front runner. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if You want to take the wheel, and I can sit back and kick my feet up and still get my grub on?
It don't happen that way.
Go ahead and take the wheel.
You see
you
Ciroc,
think Puff
right?
ain't getting nothing from
I
motherfucking DJ
never,
Khaled?
I never said. I didn't. Yo, listen. I never said that. That's not what this is about. We talking about Bad Boy as a front run
Bad
label.
Boy's no more front label.
Okay, well that's all I said, Woo. That's all I said. I'm not putting Puff down or none of that. How he getting his money?
You know, it ain't no disrespect.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
but Puff don't fuck with us.
But
we don't fuck with Puff.
Well,
straight like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
that's
Puff
for my
was,
Elm City vibe.
Listen. Puff
Straight
was
like
feeling
that.
himself when he's talking about Connecticut and all of that.
Puff don't know shit about Connecticut.
Yo, but listen, one of his girls, or what's homegirl from New London.
When you ever known Puff to come and do a show, but his people's come?
No. I agree. Connecticut, to me, as far as this industry, it's like a hoe. They come here and get money and bounce.
But if Puff, so-called, and I'm talking to you, Puff Daddy, if you so-called think Connecticut, New Haven don't have artists, I'm challenging you, my boy. Come down here to a showcase. I'll end up, and I ain't even got no money, but I'll make sure I get some money, throw a showcase for all the artists that's in New Haven, that's hot, and let you sit there and you listen to yourself. You have your own American Idol.
Check the fly. Back to Range. Puff know about
Back to
Connecticut
Range.
because listen, when Range jump shit.
Well, leave it at Puff. We ain't got we don't have
listen,
none in
listen.
Connecticut.
Range, he wrote songs for, guess who? Puff artists.
Well, Puff ain't mention it.
Yeah. Wow, I don't know. But you look on their credits and you see Range name.
Look at that.
See?
You see that,
but
Puff?
this is what I'm saying. So regardless if he was telling the truth or he wasn't, you understand what I'm saying? But the way Connecticut artists is, they don't want to listen. They want to be their own managers. So I tell them, well, manage yourself then.
Well, you know, this is what I say. And this is my belief, and I'm pretty sure it's your belief.
Man.
I mean, coming up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all had teams here, you know, everybody, you know, we whoop, whoop, whoop. My thing is if Connecticut come together as a unity in this music business,
yeah,
I believe we can empower. Dangerous. And I say that because I put out on the books, I ain't get a response yet, but I don't know if cats, you know, don't want to fuck with Cheddar on it, but I want to do a compilation. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'm exposing it now, but the compilation that I want to do, I'm going to take it to big people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But if I tell up on the books, yo, I want to do a compilation and I'm going to do and bring it, then everybody and their mama want it. Everybody and their mama will jump on it. Mm-hmm. But I put it out there as, yo, I want to do a compilation. All my CT artists reach out to me, you know what I'm saying, with what you got. And if it makes the compilation, it makes it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Rob is my witness. Man, tweet this shit to jump on a compilation with Heavy D, Mob Deep, MOP, right. Ali Vega, and a whole lot of artists. Right. But we also was told it may not make the cut. Mm-hmm. And when the compilation came, it didn't make the cut. But we wasn't mad. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it was told to us. Right. But I'm reaching out to certain artists which they don't know but so much because I don't speak a lot. But I'm telling them, yo, throw out a compilation. I want to do a compilation. Send me this, send me that. Now, what do you think if CT artists combine like Voltron, how powerful do you think this industry will be?
To tell you the truth, and that's never gonna happen. So,
I know it's not.
I mean, it's never gonna happen. And
but hold up, we can't say never.
Listen to me, fam.
I mean, somebody got to break the barrier somewhere down the line.
Let me tell you. Listen good and listen very good.
And I'm listening.
You're not putting no money behind nobody. You hear me? Because you're gonna lose it. Got what I'm saying? And like I said, I done lost out of this whole thing, my whole life producing artists. I know I done went over $1 million, fam.
But see, you know, I noticed New Haven artists and producers, everyone is worried about getting beat. and nobody got money. Nobody even got a deal, but everyone is worried about, yo, if I put him on, he gonna get on that whole ass, and he's not gonna pull me. Or, yo, you know what? If I big him up and I go push his songs and stuff, when he on stage and I go to the concert, he ain't gonna know me. They worry about the wrong thing. When me personally, if I was a person who don't rap, and you rap, you from New Haven, I'm gonna push your shit. You know why? Because I want to see you get on. Because I feel if in my heart, I see you around New Haven all day long. You've been spitting music all these years. In my heart, when you come off, would you do for CT? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna tell you a story. Me and Range, I went to pick Range up one day. It was in Hartford. He was at his man house. His dude had a little studio, and we had to go to Sony. And I went and picked him up. And he gave his man DAP. His man was a producer. Range was sleeping on the couch, chilling. It's a good dude. So we went to Sony, and this one, G Unit was serious, fam. So Sony got like 7 to 8 studios in there. So we used to go and we recorded his album in there. So we in one room. 50 Cent and them had a room. Who else was in there? What's the dudes? B2K. What's the guy? Marcus, whatever his name. That was producing B2K back then.
I know you're talking about.
All right. They was in another studio. The studio was packed. Lobby live. You hear me? Everybody in there got deals though. Range the only one ain't got deals. So the guy that we just left in Hartford, Range homeboy, called Range. Range like, and then he texting him. So Range like, this nigga on my dick. So I go, Range, ain't that your man that you just left? You feel what I'm saying? He like, yeah. I said, yo, why would you say this nigga on your dick, fam? I mean, that's supposed to be your man. So I said, yo, Range. I said, yo, if I ever catch you talking slick about me, man, I'm going to punch you in your mouth. Because from that point, and he was only probably signed to me like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. But I knew how he was, and I didn't like that. Feel what I'm saying? Right, you understand what I'm saying? And that's what happened. So from that point, I was producing them, and I had to put money into it so I get to showcase. I get my Range wasn't going to be signed to me anyway. I was going to sell them to the label because I don't like you. Understand what I'm saying? So you could go. I just want my money, fam. So that always been the deal. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, did you hear what you just said?
Right.
That's always been the deal.
Yeah.
So you always was going to sell them to the label.
Yeah. That was going to happen.
So you had a plan. He had a plan.
No, but what happened was.
Now I'm just
his
saying.
Plan, go ahead, go.
You ain't seeing the Elm City Black Cloud. You didn't see it just now.
No,
I say
that was the way it was.
But I'm saying,
yeah,
you had your intentions already. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get this nigga and I'm gonna sell him to the label.
Nah, that wasn't the intention in the beginning. When I learned the type of person he was. I was happy to have him on my label. I mean, I got him the greatest producers. No. But after I learned what type of person, because I'm not that dude. I don't rock like that, fam.
Nah, because I mean, when you said it, I'm sitting here like, damn, so you snatched him and you already had plans to get
No.
I had to clear that
Hell
up.
No, that was my money. I wasn't giving Range up. You understand what I'm saying? So when things,
I mean, people do
make a
mistake
true,
and pass up on good talent.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I'm not talking about too many people, but I mean, there's people that I've been in front of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And producer wise, and I mean, and I shout out to the producers, even though y'all ain't fuck with me, but Tony Dofast, Dream Team, my man Chop, DT, you know what I'm saying? I can go on and on, you know, Trey Bag, you know what I'm saying? Now these are names that I can ask anybody right now, yo, you know who X, Y, and Z? Some say, nah. Some say, I think. And these are names.
Right.
These are big names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That, and I'm also gonna say Spunk Bigger.
Right.
But these are names that did things that produce big names. Like you said earlier,
Right.
big names that didn't go mainstream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know that dealing with people in the industry, period, or dealing with industry people, period, with producers, managers, labels, all of that, I know it's not a peaches and cream situation. You know what I'm saying?
When it fell through with Range jumped ship, Troy was still producing them. And so...
Now, you know, people get Troy Oliver and Troy Taylor mixed up.
Well, Troy Oliver is two different talents.
Right.
Troy Taylor, he produced, what's that?
Trey
artist's name?
Songz.
Trey Songz. So, to me, he all right. But when it come to music, Troy Oliver,
been in the game. Yeah,
listen to me,
definitely.
fam.
Oh, no, you know, I know.
I
got a track from Troy.
Right now, both of them are working together on. They do the music behind Stars after Empire come on.
Yeah.
So Troy's still getting his dibs, but I'm about to go into this. I still rock with him, but I'm about to go into this. So when that shit happened with Range, Troy was still rock with Range. Everybody that I dealt with cut ties, all right? Troy didn't cut ties. My man Terry McGill in Texas didn't cut ties. They still was running after that money. So, when that shit happened, I had to call my man Terry McGill because he was still in contact with Range, trying to get him the deal. I had to let him know it's not happening, fam. I put too much money into it. Ain't nobody getting no money out of it unless I'm getting some.
Oh, shit. I'm
so-
on that same page with that.
Check the fly shit. So, Troy signed Range to a production deal after that.
Wow.
Stop playing. So now shit about to get real. It's about to get real crazy right now, son. So Range was managed by Troy's manager, which had ties in with Puffy with the publishing.
Peep the snake shit.
Now Rock Nation comes into play, because don't forget I got Range Jennifer Justice, which is Jay-Z's lawyer. So now Range didn't get a deal. He got a publishing deal first with Rock Nation.
Okay.
Then they gave him a single deal. You got
I
it?
remember that one.
All right. But Troy wasn't in the play because the contract ran out. So Troy didn't get a piece of that. Got what I'm saying? So when that shit happened, I called Troy 2 years later. I'm like, Troy, what up? He like, what's up? I'm like, yo, I want you to tell me why in the hell you did me like that, fam? On some real shit. Cause I literally gave Troy the shirt off my back.
But did you see what happened? It backfired.
No. Before that even happened, though. But I asked him, man to man, because like I said, me and Troy rock. I said, Troy, why you did me dirty like that, man? You know what Troy told me?
What?
He said, because they did it to me. Fam, I want to tell you what the man said.
See, that's why my circle is very small. Even though I got like a big circle, but literally,
Let
my
me tell you
circle
something,
is
fam.
very small. If I can't call you and you can't call me and we can't hang, then don't consider you all right with me, but you're not my circle.
What you got to understand is, don't make a difference if your circle tight or real big.
Oh no, it does.
Listen to this.
Loyalty.
Listen to this, man. Excuse me, and understand this. When it comes to money,
I'm gonna listen and I'm
listen
gonna
to
try
this.
to understand.
Now listen, don't try. Understand.
try.
When
I'ma
it
see
comes
what
to
you
money in that bag, when they
Everything.
set that bag in front of their face, fam, and they like, damn, man. People change. That's just it.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. My circle, loyalty over the bag, my boy. This is what I'm in order for. Listen, you got to realize this.
Go ahead.
My peoples,
Yeah.
we got that bag from being loyal. You know what I'm saying? As long as you loyal, everything you want, you gonna get it. When you got snakes in the grass and you fucking with snakes, then expect to get bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I mean, you gotta pick, like they say, pick your poison. My team knows that what we do, far as making money back in the days, or even to this day, business-wise, period.
Right.
It's us. It's not. I don't have to worry about. No one in this town come and tell me anything about my circle and say, yo, Chedda, yo, X, Y, and Z said. I'm gonna use Rob for an example. Can't nobody come and say something? Yo, Rob Davis said. Yo, Rob was, because I know Rob. Our loyalty is too loyal. So when someone comes and try to brainwash or poison my ears with any other bullshit, it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in, oh, yo, it's all like that in your circle. Nah, you got to pick your circle. You know what I'm saying? And it's not hard, because the minute you make $1, like you said, money do change people.
Let me tell you something.
So when you get that bag, all you got to do is sit back and you watch the faces that niggas make, and then you like, okay, you weed them out like beans.
What I want you to do out of your circle, I want you to tell me somebody that got a bag.
Oh,
a deal. No.
Nah.
I want you to tell me.
No, I'm not talking about. Listen,
fam,
if you want me to say deal, then
talking.
I mean, come on. I'm gonna say artist. I'm gonna say industry dudes.
No, but that's what I'm dealing with.
I start with Raekwon, and then I go. I mean, these are artists. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just regular people.
No, but we're not talking about regular people.
I'm talking about, when I say regular people, I'm talking about regular.
Nah, but we're not talking about that. We're not talking about. We talking about artists. Troy was a producer. Range was an artist. They're not regular people, fam.
Well,
it's not. Is
they're artists. They're artists.
All right, so that's what we talking about.
I'm saying, but listen, what I'm saying. All I'm saying is this: they were snakes in your grass because you didn't cut your lawn right. And I'm saying,
it just happened. No.
Somebody cut loose in this one. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Serious, fam.
Yo, but I'm just
saying.
Playing. Stop playing. Okay. Blame it on the rain. But listen. I'm saying though. I mean, all I'm saying is this. Even when you pick your artists, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do your homework. You know what I'm saying?
They have nothing to do with homework, fam.
No. Just hear me out. And it's not. I'm not saying just you. I'm not saying you, because I'm pretty sure. Huh? Yeah. Call it.
Yo.
Call it. Talk to me.
What's up? Where's Rob at?
What up, Doe Fat?
What's up, Rob?
Is that Mr. Tony Doe Fat?
That's crazy. I got a bucket of chicken for you.
Oh, for Rob? Oh, here he go. Yeah. Here he go, Doe. Hey, Doe. Let me ask you, since I got you on the air. Right now? I'm live. I'm live, Doe. And listen, I'm putting you on live right now, because a lot of people don't know who you are, but I know who you are. Explain to the people who you are, or I'm gonna say it like this: people, we got my boy, which is definitely family, Mr. Tony Doe Fats, and for you who don't know, that's Heavy D's producer, Heavy D's everything right there. So what's going on, Doe?
I'm chilling right now. I'm on tour. I'm in Europe right now.
Yeah, I see you got some things going on, man. I see you got new artists and things.
What's that? What you say?
I see you got new artists you're working with. Well, a school.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yo, the school LI is mad challenging. Actually, I'm with one of my artists now, and one of the artists that's on tour with me right now. One of the he's a producer, but he's a student at LIU, so he's out here. But we're on tour, like 23 people.
Yeah, I've reached out. Matter of fact, I reached out to you on that. I don't know if you've seen it. I had hit you up.
Ask him why Puff never fuck with Connecticut.
Why Puff never fuck with us? Why he don't fuck with Connecticut? And because me and Tweet used to come when you was when you got here.
I don't know, but I can tell you one thing. With Puff. It's not really about the location. If the paper's right, he's there.
But what I'm saying is the talent.
I can tell you firsthand. Like he and I, when we was real Heavy and the Bad Boy days, and we spoke every day, I had offers for him to do like a party for like $175,000 just for a walkthrough. He said, "No, that's not enough," and didn't do it.
Wow. See, it's the greed, man. It's the greed.
So so it's like it's not. Yeah, it's about if the money's right, everything. And also he has a crazy rider and everything. So a lot of people can't really afford him. So if the area or the venue can't make the money back, then they look at it like cost.
Yeah, but I mean, he ain't give it a shot, so he won't know.
So I don't think it has anything to do with Connecticut, because he'll pretty much go anywhere.
Well, the reason why I said the Connecticut thing, because he definitely like jumped on the books and was like, "Yo, ain't no talent in Connecticut," and you know he spoke something that he didn't know about. And
wait, oh yeah, I think I heard.
Say that again.
I think I heard of that.
Yeah, and what he don't know is, first of all, before he even brought his black ass in your studio, me and Tweet was in your studio when you first finished it, if that's the same one in your house. So, he don't know what he's talking about as far as Connecticut or New Haven don't have talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, from your side of music what Connecticut have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I mean, and I let everyone know, like I was just sharing with my peoples up here about you, Trey Bags, Pete Rock, you know what I'm saying, so and so. And I explained to him that, I wouldn't have known you guys or met you guys if it wasn't for Rob. And the love that you guys showed me in Tweet, you know what I'm saying? And we wasn't mainstream industry people, period. But at the same time, you guys took us in as a family because we came in with a family member.
Ask him about a
360. Yeah, exactly.
Ask him about a 360.
What you think about the 360 deal, Tom?
I think 360 deal is essentially giving up a lot of your rights to an artist for upfront money. So there are a lot of different revenue streams that artists are supposed to have solely. Mm-hmm. So your show money, your merchandise money, your endorsement, your public. There's if you're a songwriter, so those are revenue streams that artists are supposed to have solely. But a lot of times, labels usually like to own parts of those different revenue streams. So they'll pay in advance up front to own parts of those different types of revenue streams. Because normally a label is only supposed to own revenue streams from record sales, and that's it.
Well,
so for them owning those parts of those other revenue streams, they pay an artist a hefty advance up front.
Yeah, for them to get the peanuts later.
Yeah, so I advise against it. If you're not getting a lot of money, then I advise against it.
And that's what I was saying.
But what you got to understand.
You gotta get money, because if not, you got to remember, residual income is the only way an artist is going to survive. Residual income is money that you receive now for work you've done in the past.
That's right.
Yeah, you're publishing.
So that means
exactly.
Ownership, that means copyright, that means anything that you own that can create royalty, where you receive a royalty, that's residual income, and that's ownership. Now, getting rid of that and selling that means that you're not entitled to that income anymore.
Mm.
And, that's why a lot of artists have big records, but can't still, meet their overhead every month.
Yeah, because, a lot of artists think the upfront, the advance money is for them to go and buy cars, houses, and jewelry. And now,
exactly.
And they don't understand, Tone, that advance money is to advance yourself, advance your career. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's for, like you said, it's for your recording, it's for your visual, your video, it's for your promotion, your marketing, whatever way you got going on, how you going to do
it. Yeah, it's for, that advance is for money that you're supposed to receive anyway.
Definitely.
So they give it to you up front, and then they deduct it. Or in other words, it's called recoup or recoupment. So that's what happens.
When can I get you down to the show, Tone? When can I put you
What you
on?
say?
When can I get you to come sit down on the show and look at these people and just break it down to them?
When can I come up there and sit down?
Yes.
Well, I'm not coming back to the States until like almost the end of June.
Okay.
I'll be back. I'm going pretty much all over the place. And right now I'm still accepting dates, so as the tour goes on, I'm still getting booked.
Okay.
But I'm not going to stay out past the end of June. So if any promoters out here that are listening from Europe,
All right.
I'm got to go home by the 30th.
Well, as soon as you touch back in the States, I'm on your heels to get you up in here, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll come down and with everybody, make it happen. And make sure you have some chicken wings.
Oh, yeah. If Rob don't eat it all.
Yo, Tom, I know you still eating chicken, crazy.
I've been going to KFC out here in Rotterdam. We just left. There was a KFC right across the street, and we stayed there 3 days. I don't even eat KFC, but that was the only chicken that they had in the area. And I broke down and got wings every day.
Oh, snap! You done put more pounds on now, Tom. You didn't shed them off. Don't put them back.
Hey, yo, Tom.
Yeah, nah. Yo.
Do you think Puff is still fucking with music like that?
Nah. Puff music, you got to remember, music is not really music
no more.
Music is not really messing with music anymore. Music is a tool and a vehicle to sell other things.
Exactly.
So he used music already to sell clothes. He used music already to sell liquor. He used music already to sell entertainment, revolt. So there's no real reason for him to continue to make music anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Because at the end of the day, music didn't really make a lot of money. It just created more opportunity.
So what do you
understand? It opened doors. It kept people listening to him. It made him a household name. Music did.
So
True.
what do you got a question?
True. No, it's true.
So what do you think the future for Bad Boy, period? Do you think Bad Boy even going to exist anymore?
Yeah, Bad Boy right now is a catalog label, if you ask me. Catalog label means they own their masters, and they're going to keep putting out compilations and certain things. And I think eventually he may want to just start it up once he gets the right person to get behind and run it. But his son is on that way.
Yeah, I seen that. I see his son out. Yeah, that's right.
Tone, you ain't trying to run Bad Boy?
Nah, man, I don't even want to run nothing. I don't want to. In music right now, see, how I am right now, I've been doing music for so long. In order for me to do music, I have to do it like I'm doing now. They have to be under my terms and conditions. Because, first, my passion is there, but it's not the same level as it was when I was 21. So I will feel guilty by having someone's career in my hands, and I don't feel like I'm doing justice by it. I would feel like I'm doing an injustice because I'm not 100% confident in being a label executive to that capacity.
Well, I mean,
decisions that life.
You definitely been in the game for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? You definitely.
Yeah. I've been doing it for a long time.
and you definitely got some great hits out there for those that don't know.
This part of it is just, the business part is draining emotionally draining.
True that. It's definitely, I'm still in it, but that's because it's in my blood, man. It's embedded, so I'm always gonna write, always gonna spit. You know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I can't get rid of that. Always got to put the fire down. But Tone, I know you got things to do, man. I'm gonna let you go. But when you hit the States,
when you get back, hit me, all right?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you, man. I'm gonna come up there and just have some chicken for me.
Hey, I'm gonna try. We're gonna try to get Pete Rock up here too, man. You know what I'm saying? Get you.
Yeah, yo, you know what'll be hot? get me and Pete together and let's just talk and have a candid conversation about music and hip hop.
And that's what I'm gonna do, Tone. And see, that's what I'm trying to get my viewers to understand. That it's people like you, people like Pete, that I personally know.
Pete and I just spoke about a few weeks ago.
Oh, that's what's up.
We spoke because I called him about this project because you know the artist Amine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amine, from Republic. So yeah, so they called for some tracks and they wanted Pete to produce some stuff. So I got on it and we were all chatting together. So hopefully they get a chance to work.
Well, I know one thing. Before I clip out the game, you know I got to work one more time with you and Pete, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
no doubt. This how we gonna do. We gonna do it when we come up there.
It's definitely gonna be a movie. And for anyone and everyone in Connecticut, if you want tracks or whatever, Tony Doe Fast, when he do come, I'll let you know when he let me know. So until then, you know what I'm saying? Don't ask what's the prices.
Yo, no fact. Good looking, baby. I appreciate
All right,
you.
dope.
All right, Rob.
Yo,
all right,
bro,
yo.
let me
Definitely.
get back, all right?
All right, I will.
All right.
All right, dog. Salute.
All right, later.
All right,
Yo, see that time, man? It's 9:46, man.
Yeah,
I've been
time
here
fly.
for a
We about
rip,
to fly, man. But yo, cool. I appreciate you coming through on my show, man.
Course,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Anytime.
Showing your boy love, man.
Anytime.
Shout out to Doe Fast, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you calling in, man. Yo, that's my boy right there.
Yeah.
You know, again,
Yeah.
see, I just been exposed now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody know now that I'm friends with this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
Pete Rock and him. And,
Yeah,
you know,
Pete Rock,
but people,
Pete was
please
there.
don't come running up to me talking about, listen, Chedda, you know these people. Because y'all knew for years that I've known industry people. Y'all know I know Wu-Tang. Y'all know I fucks with Wu-Tang. Y'all know I'm dealing with Raekwon. Y'all know this. But I just don't brag. You know what I'm saying? How they say, I brag differently. You know what I'm saying? So all that boasting, no need, you know. But tonight, yeah, a little bit was exposed. But I want to say again, thanks a lot, my boy,
fam.
the living legend himself.
We here.
Cool.
We
You
here,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
We here.
Shout
We
out to
definitely
my
here.
boy Rob Davis, the
Shout out
whole
to my-
War Report.
My man.
Shout out to my
Fam
boy
E.
E. You know what I'm saying? He came through.
Yeah. Yo, E, put your face in the camera so you can see.
Yeah,
you.
show the
Show
people
your
who
face
you are, man.
What's going on, family? How
It's my
y'all?
boy E, man.
Yeah, that's Troy Oliver cousin right there, man.
Yeah, definitely. That's
so-
his blood. And
Letting you know what it is.
shout out to my kids.
Hammer
definitely.
time.
You know what I'm saying?
Hammer Time Construction and Labor. Gotta
So
get
cool.
that out
Listen,
there.
you still question?
Yeah.
You still doing music? Before we pill, you still be doing music?
Yeah, I got something in the basement. I got something in the basement, fam.
Do you have any sites for people to go to?
No,
right now?
I'm not
Okay.
putting nothing out right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Anonymous.
I'm not
Mr.
producing no artists. No, I'm not producing no artists. Not putting money into no artists. I'm not giving the artists a
Yo,
conversation. Yo, fam, I'm like so zero talented.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Because you heard what Doe, you heard what Doe just said, right? You heard what Doe Fast just said,
Yeah,
right?
I
No.
hear.
Check it. Now
Yeah.
check it. I said earlier
Yeah,
to people about the compilation joint,
yeah.
and I ain't getting no response.
Wait.
I guaranteed you after the night. I just been exposed to the people who I know. Watch how many people ready now.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, I'm not going to shut the door on y'all. So, don't think that Chedda's going to get flaky with it.
When you manage artists, man, it's more like your kid.
Yeah.
You're a grown ass man.
And you gotta
I
chase-
shouldn't have to tell you when to come to studio. I shouldn't have to tell you when to do this. I'm not
shouldn't have
doing
to tell them
no-
how to make money.
Yo,
They want the money.
listen to me. When artists come to me and he don't got his shit right, he ain't putting money behind his project. Forget the money, it's the time, man. You know how much time I done spent? And none of these artists ever gave me a penny. So if you didn't get a deal and I didn't sell no records from your stupid ass, how the hell I beat you? Understand that? No, but you gotta look at it. For every, I could go in and I promise you, fam.
Nah, we ain't got time.
Mainly
for
all artists in New Haven I either dealt with or I turned it down because I got tired of the bullshit.
Well, one thing I could say is, tonight definitely was a good show. As you heard it yourself, I'm gonna definitely bring some heavy hitters on.
I'm around, baby. I got you.
And I mean, you heard it yourself, my boy Fast, when he do come back to the States. I'm gonna try to have him and the legend himself, Mr. Pete Rock, in the same building.
I gotta get some shout outs, man, before I go.
Go ahead, go get your shout outs right quick.
Hammer Time Construction and Labor, that's my construction and labor company.
Okay.
My son, he got his own clothing line, Poppin' Cloud 10. Make sure you go check that. My clothing line with the C, Cooley Collection. My other son got a clothing line coming out called LL Lavish Life.
Okay.
And my daughter, America Rose, she got a clothing line coming out called Rose Diamond. And my daughter, 3 years old, London, she got a clothing line called Pretty by London.
Man, the whole family got a clothing line.
Fam, I gotta get this money, so I just labor construction.
No, that's a hustler.
Fam, yo, that's what I do. I gotta keep it right. My kids are my life, man. You understand what I'm saying?
That's
so
facts.
that's how. I'm out
little
in the
man is
community.
definitely,
I'm on the border, ice to beef.
only got one
So I'm in this
dude,
community hard.
2
fam.
girls.
I'm out here. You feel me? I'm out here. So I got Hammer Time, Labor Solutions. I'm gonna be getting people jobs, man, out here.
Well, I'm gonna have a segment on.
That's what it's about.
I'm gonna have, I mean, this is a hip hop joint, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's real talk, basically. And that's for, all around the board. And I'm gonna have segments about, people getting jobs and, some kind of source where
it's true, but you gotta understand
to get jobs.
after hip hop, after you don't make it, what happens? Because you gotta understand the music. Listen, the music industry will suck you dry.
Yeah.
And you can't, at that time, the thing was, I can't work because I'm doing music. Because if I get a phone call, I have to go do a show. I have to go produce. I have to manage. So at them times, I wasn't working, but I always had construction in the back. So anytime I needed money, anytime investors didn't come through, I was going to work. You understand what I'm saying, D? So, you know what I mean? So a lot of people, they didn't get deals. It's like being in the NBA or the NFL and you don't get a ring. You understand what I'm saying? And back then, everything was about getting deals. Now, independent, YouTube made it. You don't need a deal. I'm getting this. Got it? I get it all.
Yeah.
It go right in my PayPal. I don't need no deal.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
the
new
that's what the internet did, and I understand that, and I see that. So for all the artists, you got to understand, we only got far as like 50, 60 little states that we got. You got Texas. It take you a whole day to get through Texas. So the artists out there, they drop a mixtape, Texas eat it up.
Yeah.
Got it? So Texas, Carolinas, all of that, all considered the South, even though it's not like that, but that's how they take it. So that's why them artists support their artists, and people support their artists, and they could make a lot of money off mixtapes. Understand me?
Well, before we leave, before we go, you know what I'm saying? To all my local artists, you just heard it, you know what I'm saying? Who I know and the rest of that. But what I'm saying is, teamwork makes the dream work. If we can't pull together, we ain't gonna go nowhere. If you know what I'm saying, if you a rapper who knows a rapper and, who knows a producer that knows a producer, one hand washes another. I know everything, is about paper, but at the end of the day, everything don't cost paper. And I say that to say what you got and what I got, the chemistry can make money. So if you have no money, I have no money, but we put our shit together that sounds good and make money, then we all eat. And that's what our people in New Haven, Connecticut, got to understand. Connecticut, stand up. Salute your boys. Salute to all my local artists. You got anything you want to spit at the cheddar, spit it. Send your music through. Again, cool. Thanks for coming through, fam. Showing love.
Anytime.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my callers that called in, all my viewers. And until next Tuesday, Shout out. We out.
Word.
Y'all heard me.
Stop
Things to
playing
come.
South
Stop
Camden,
playing.
6th and 3rd.
Let's go.
This right here, yeah, this is hip hop. Real street nigga with